As we're ready to begin this session, just let yourself relax for a moment. Do whatever you need to do to get as comfortable as you can be, lying there, sitting there. And just let yourself feel settled. Begin to get a sense that right now is the time to slow down a little bit, to relax. For just a moment, let yourself gently relax and sit in a bit of silence and be aware that this moment is a sacred, special moment for you. This time is a time for you to just slow down. Let yourself get into a space and a time and a mindset that the past and the future aren't so important now. Just let yourself relax your body. Start to quiet the mind. And as we go on this journey, we're going to adjust the spirit a bit. So just allow yourself to be okay with the slowing down. Almost as if you're stopping all of the doing and allowing yourself to just be with this moment as it is. For this moment, perhaps there's nothing you need to do. Just allow yourself to be okay. Because in this place, at this time, you can allow yourself to feel refreshed, to just be at ease, to welcome this moment of peaceful reflection. This moment is for you. Allow yourself to let the thoughts of the day to slowly dissolve into this special place. These thoughts that you can let go of. For just a moment, let yourself release the attachment to all the things that you've been doing. And just observe yourself letting go, almost as if you're putting them down, setting them aside. And a little later you can decide if you want to come back to those things. But right now is the time to just let yourself feel a bit of silence. And notice in that silence, your heart starts to speak to you a little louder. In that space of reflection, perhaps you can hear the echoes and the answers that come from within. For just a few moments, let your breath become your focus point as you breathe in and breathe out. Allow yourself to discover and notice that natural pause. Those pauses that happen between the breaths. That space. And let yourself ease into that space, in that place, in this moment that is right here for you. Let yourself be free from the past or the future. Let this space be free from judgment or labels Let this be a space where there are no expectations. If you allow yourself to sink down into it, this can be the place where your energy can be renewed, where your spirit can open up and breathe, and where you can soar into this deep, deep, beautiful space. This is a place where your inner guide, your intuition, where the teacher that resonates deep in your heart speaks. And if you allow yourself to truly sink down into that place, you can hear more clearly and listen more deeply. It's a place that doesn't require you to respond right now, or even react right now. It's a place where you open yourself up to let the answers come up. And just let them be there and reflect on them. This may be the first time today that you've actually paused and stopped. This may be the first time today that you turned your attention to your heart and listened. So for the next few moments, I'm going to be quiet, and I want you to just pay attention to the stillness that comes in your breath, and notice what it feels like. Notice how it feels for you to invite in this sense of safety, of ease. Allow yourself to sink into this place where there is no striving or wanting or needing. It's a place of rest. In the stillness, in the quiet of that space, there's still movement. There are still sounds. But it's a wide open space that exists deep within you. And as you rest here, notice perhaps you start to feel lighter. Maybe the heaviness that was there before isn't weighing on your spirit so much now. And you can enjoy a moment of freedom. Just notice what it feels like to be free of all the burdens, all the busyness, to be free for a moment of the past and the future. Notice what it feels like to be wrapped in the energy of this moment that flows with this breath, that beats with that steady heart. Imagine, if you will, that rhythm, that energy of your breath and your heart working in harmony. And let that energy be free. Maybe you can picture it as a color or a light. And envision it flowing out from your heart and wrapping itself around you like a cocoon, like a peaceful space. Just notice it. Try not to overthink it or interpret it. Just let it be. Whatever color you see or whatever light comes to mind, whatever feeling is there, just let it be there. Almost as if you're allowing that inner sight to become clearer. Maybe your awareness is becoming more and more focused. Maybe. Maybe your thoughts start to stray. But when they do, just tell yourself it's okay and gently come back into the here and now. And notice those gaps. Notice that space. That space between the breaths. That space between your thoughts. That moment that comes. Those spaces where your mind and your heart and your spirit are all together. That space where the intellect and all the knowledge that you carry are connected. That space where the energy of your heart is like a thread that connects with the spirit, that connects to everyone you know. That thread that connects to the light of the universe. Like the stillness of space. Like that beautiful space between the stars. The quiet peacefulness. Just remind yourself that you're here because you're meant to be here. And right now you're listening and noticing what's available to you in that space. Maybe right now you're noticing what your spirit needs to be let free. Maybe you're allowing your body and your mind to be nourished and nurtured in this energy. Maybe you're allowing yourself to sink into that calm energy, into that breathing space that's all around you. Maybe you're allowing yourself to sink down deep into your heart. Or maybe you're doing all of that and none of that. But in that stillness and quiet, maybe it's as if you've come home to yourself. Home to your heart. Home to the energy that resonates deep within you. Home to that place of gratefulness, of compassion and forgiveness. Maybe you've allowed yourself to sink into that energy of love that is yours. That thread that connects us all. that ribbon of energy that connects us to everything. Allow yourself to feel that energy now, however you feel it, without trying to change it. Just observe it. Maybe you feel nothing. Maybe you feel everything. But just notice what's there. And just tell yourself right now, I am okay. Right now. I am safe. Right now. Maybe you can tell yourself softly that in this moment, I am enough. And then maybe you can hear the echo of your heart that says no. In fact, you are more than enough. Maybe you can hear the message from your spirit that says you are free. Free to be you. Free to be the very best version of yourself. For the next few minutes, in the stillness and the silence, let yourself be in that place of discovery and listen. And if your mind pulls you away, come back and listen more deeply. As you rest there now, I wonder if you could imagine, just imagine you're lying back, maybe on a blanket or in a comfortable chair. Imagine you can see the full moon shining down from you above. And around that moon you see stars that begin to appear, twinkling in the night sky. Imagine as you watch, the sky becomes darker, but the moon and the stars become brighter. Imagine as you're watching, suddenly you notice this faint green ribbon of light coming to you from the distance. And as it gets closer, you feel safe and comfortable. But imagine that green gets deeper until it flows right around you. And it sends its healing energy through your physical body, letting that green healing energy flow over all of your cells into the very center of each and every cell within your body, leaving your cells cleansed and energized and free. And then imagine you notice this pink ribbon of light floating to you from up above, like a wisp of smoke. And as it gets closer and closer to you, it becomes more solid in a brighter shade of pink. And imagine that pink light slowly comes to rest just above you. And then it sinks down into you. And you can feel it washing away all the emotions. And you let that pink energy flow over each and every part of your body, letting your emotions to feel level and peaceful. And now you feel a layer of pink above the green. And then imagine from way up above you see this faint blue ribbon of light, like a wisp of smoke. And as it gets closer and closer to you, that blue becomes brighter and deeper, until it gently flows above you, and it holds there for a moment. And then as you breathe in, imagine that blue flows deep into your mind, and that healing blue light flows all the way through your mental body, flowing down through your whole being, leaving that beautiful layer of blue above the pink and the green. And then imagine from way off in the distance, perhaps from a star far, far away, you notice this faint purple ribbon slowly coming toward you like a wisp of smoke, drifting lazily toward you. And as it gets closer, that purple becomes brighter, until suddenly that purple light is right above you. And then you can feel that light flowing through your spirit, healing you through your spiritual body. And you let that purple light sink deep into your spirit, leaving that layer of purple sitting above the green and the pink and the blue. And imagine as those lights sink deep within you, they merge into this beautiful, perfect white light. And in that light there is nothing missing. In that white light there is everything. And you feel it moving within you, coating all of your cells in that wonderful healing energy. And just stay with it for a moment. Let it remove all the darkness, all the pain, all the fears and the worries, all the misgivings. And let yourself bask in that beautiful, pure white light. And as you look up at the sky, you realize you're bathing and basking in the white light that's reflected on the moon, the light that's reflected from every star, the light that resonates from deep within your heart. And you feel those ribbons of energy connecting you to everything. And all that healing energy is absorbed into your body, into your mind, into your spirit. And you know now it's time to return, to come back. So make yourself aware of the surroundings. Become aware of your body, and let yourself become a little more awake, feeling energized and refreshed. Taking a couple moments. Maybe wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe feel your breath flowing in and out for a moment. And let yourself feel more awake and ready and alive and free And when you're truly ready, just take your time, but when you are truly ready to move forward, holding on to that feeling of freedom, ever so gently open your eyes and look around you and give yourself that freedom to move forward in that peacefulness, basking in that light, and have a beautiful night.